with Herman's Head, which was your favorite voice, your favorite personality to deal with? And Chris, when you were dealing with Princess Bride, you were saying staying over in England together at the hotel with everyone. Do you have any fun Andre the Giant stories? Because there were some Andre drinking stories that have circled around that are pretty interesting.
I'm still friends with everybody on Herman's Head, and I don't know, they all had their moments. The animal guy was a crowd favorite, obviously, you know, Ripsty and things like that, I would say. I don't know, he was huge. But I don't know, the last season, the guy who played the Wimp, a guy named Rick Wallace, I don't know if you remember the show that well or not, but anyway, he was always sort of the anxiety, scared guy. He started doing some physical comedy stuff that was just like brilliant, like, you know, Keaton, you know, or Harold Lloyd or something, and it was really, really good. And he was really finding his strength, and they were starting to write to it, and then they canceled the show. But that's one of the good things I remember about it.
I don't know if any of you have seen the commemorative version of The Princess Bride. I tell the story, so forgive me if I repeated it. But Andre was one of the dearest, sweetest people who ever lived. He was just the gentlest creature alive. And when I was going away to do the movie, I had two small kids at the time. My daughters were like a year and a half and 3 and change, and 3 and a few months. And so when I was going away to do the movie, I had to explain to them that I was going to be gone for a little while before they would see me. And they wanted to know what I was going to be doing. I said, well, I'm going to be doing a movie about, you know, this guy who falls in love with this girl, and they were sort of falling asleep. And then I said, and there's a giant in the movie, and they went, a giant? Would you have another power outage?
Can you sing a little something?
Find this for it. Are they going to show the scene on the screen? Well, they're trying to tell me to make the story short.
Short Andre the Giant story.
Yeah. We couldn't work. So anyway, so I tell my daughters I'm going to do this movie, and I just happen to mention that there's a giant in the movie, and right away, the youngest one says, Daddy, you're going to do a movie with the giant? The giant? How big is the giant? It's as big as the door, it's as big as a car, it's as big as a house. And I said, no, sweetie, it was just a regular giant, it's bigger than most people. And so I go away, and then when I would call home, when I was in the north of England, I would call and I would speak to my wife, and then I would speak to the children. And as soon as I would talk to my older daughter, she'd say, hi, Daddy, how are you? I said, fine. I'd get on the phone with my younger daughter, and she'd go, hi, Daddy, where's the giant? How big is the giant? As big as the house? Is it big as the car? Is it big as the door? How big is the giant? Have you seen the giant yet? Have you talked to the giant? Is he really cool? Is he really nice? Is he really strong? Has he picked you up? Is he throwing you across the room? It never stopped. So finally they fly to England, and I had spoken to Andre about this, and I said to him, you know, my kids are coming over, and my little daughter, they would both love to meet you. Do you mind? And he said, no, I would love to meet them. So they were shooting one day a scene, if those of you remember the movie, in which Andre finds Indigo drunk. And it's shot out in a kind of wooded area, kind of campy looking area, a place called Burnham Beaches, Burnham Wood or Burnham Beaches or something like that, just outside London. So I wasn't working, and Andre was that day, and so I said, do you mind if I bring the kids by? And he said, no, it's fine, bring them, of course. And so, and he had a special trailer, because he was too large he couldn't get into a regular makeup trailer and sit in a regular makeup chair. So they had a special makeup trailer that was probably as long as these tables, but, you know, like 3 times as wide. And he had his makeup seat down at the end of the table. Of the trailer. And I had one of my kids, the littlest one, and my wife had the other one, and you had to walk up steps and then turn the corner and start walking down toward Andre, right? So we get up the steps, and of course, as we're going, I'm saying, my daughter's saying, hey, we're going to see the giant, Daddy? Yes, we're going to see the giant. How big is he? As big as the car? As big as the house? Is he really, really big? Is he going to kill me? Is he going to hit me over the head? Something is going to hit you? So we turn the corner, and we start walking down the end of the trailer to say hello to Andre, and Andre stands up. And he stands up, and both my daughters go. And it didn't stop. They kept screaming. I had to turn around and walk away. And I felt so badly. And I later went to Andre. I said, Andre, please, I'm so sorry. He said, no, no, no. They either run away or they run to me. And he never took offense at it. He was used to that was his life, basically. People either ran away from him or they gravitated to him. He was that kind of personality. That was Andre.
Well, I'm going to be the bad guy as time marches on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very rare that we have people up there that understand the people around here. Just for a William Bradley. Thank you.